Boxing fans, we are here in Riyadh with Tunde, who's doing a bit of shadow sparring there, shadow boxing. How's it going, mate?
Come on, man, you know, whether we're in London, New York or Paris.
In this case, Riyadh. Listen, let's talk about this, man. When it comes to the, look, I've been lucky enough to come to all the cards in Riyadh, and I've got to say, this card, when it from top to bottom, is probably the best I've ever seen in my life, and I'm 38 years old. For you, where does this rank in regards to the cards that you're using? Because you're a lot older than me, Tunde. Let's be serious, but like, where does it rank for you?
Well, you know, boxing, I enjoy every part of it from top to bottom. In terms of having so many title fights with so much talent on one card, it is amazing. It is something to behold and something to be proud that you can witness it. I just feel like there's so many fights. It's not a case of this necessarily being the best card ever. It's a case of His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh really saying to all the promoters, listen, it's time to make boxing great again. And these fights have always been there. There are so many fighters and so many big fights that could be made, and that has always been there. And I think, again, we've got to really take our hat off and thank His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh for really turning dreams into reality.
I know they're kind of trying to kick us out, so we're going to make this as quick as possible. But let's talk about the events that happened yesterday. Daniel Dubois falling ill, Parker-Bakole, the one standing in. He's still on a flight right now, and he's not actually made it to the weigh-in. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But what a replacement we've got for tomorrow night. What do you make of the events that occurred? What do you make of Bakole as an opponent to Joseph Parker?
Well, first and foremost, with Daniel, you know, listen, I know we're talking about Bakole and everything, but my heart goes out to young Daniel. But it's so funny, I was just talking to Don Charles in the hotel before I come, and Don, first thing Don said to me, deja vu. And he said that because myself and Don was in Germany years ago, and we were sitting at a dinner table, and I said, Don, something don't feel right. And this was a night before the fight, a night before Mr. Motormouth, Derek Chisora, was due to fight Klitschko. And I said to him, nah, something ain't right. Lo and behold, as I said it, as the words came out of my mouth, Frank Warren phoned and said, Don, I've got a bit of bad news. Klitschko's pulled out the fight. So I said, but look what happened, and look where Derek is still here today. So there's always a silver lining in the cloud. And the first thing I said to Don when I heard the news was, don't worry, God's got something better for Daniel. Moving on to the replacement, swiftly. Parker-Bakole, bro, the guy's won the lottery. And I'm telling you, as I was saying, this fight here is like, you know, like, well, you might not know, but when fighters sometimes come back into the gym after maybe having a fight or just taking time out, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're sharp. Best player, they were better before when they was preparing for a camp, because you know they got things in their mind. After 4 rounds, then the pepper soup, the agusi, the pounded yam starts setting in, and you're like, bro, I'm not fit. You're like, I'm not fit. So for Martin's sake, I hope that chuffy, the efora, the agusi, the amala, I hope it doesn't say it after 4 rounds, because bro, if that thing sets in, you see that food there, yeah, with a stout, yeah, if that food sets in after 4 rounds, it ain't gonna be good, man, it ain't gonna be good. But for 6 rounds minimum, Parker-Bakole is the most dangerous heavyweight, and I'm talking about with 24 hours notice, let alone 48 hours. And so Parker has to be mindful. Do not get in the way of a heavyweight that throws 9 lead right hands in succession at speed and velocity. He's a dangerous guy, and I think for 6 rounds it's going to be a very, very interesting fight.
Joseph Parker should, just because he's had a bigger training camp and he's experienced, that he is a favourite, rightly so. But do you feel like he will win this fight?
I don't think he's a favourite. There's a reason why Parker-Bakole is avoided. I don't think he's a favourite. Bakole, again, he's the most dangerous heavyweight for a reason. You have a 4K George Foreman. He's a dangerous, as a promoter, I mean, you have to look at it from two standpoints. From a managerial standpoint, was it the right fight to take when you're already IBF? You're going to fight a Jagba in April, or, from a fighter's perspective, it's like, bro, I'm a fighter, I'm ready to go. So, all the best to both men. I hope Parker does well, and I hope Bakole does well.
Final one, just give me your thoughts on the main event. Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol rematch. Give me your thoughts quickly on this. We are getting kicked out, but just quickly give me your thoughts on the fight.
Artur Beterbiev stoppage between 8 rounds and 10, but I almost changed my mind when I saw Bivol on the scales. He looks fixed. He looks like someone who has been in there coming into the ring with hindsight now, and maybe he thinks that he can take Artur's power and maybe go toe-to-toe to him, which maybe he's undoing. So it's going to be a great fight, but my prediction is round 8 to 10, Artur Beterbiev stoppage.
Tunde Ajayi, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you very, very soon.